More on network printer security. You definitely want to change all defaults. I say the same thing when I'm working with customers who want to set up a home Wi-Fi network. You want to change the default administrator password. You don't want to leave the network name the same. All of this goes with network printers as well. The reason for this is that there are websites like you see it right, the Google Hacking Database, that make it fairly easy for people to, by the way, the Google hacks are called Google dorks. It's kind of an interesting history there. But anyway, I give you the link to the database in the course notes. The reason why this is just so important, like I said, is because people who run sites like the Google Hacking Database, and another one is Showdown.io, is that these defaults are well known. You can actually search or default admin, default password for different network printers. Like you're seeing here, I did a search for printer, and I'm getting all of these handy-dandy advanced Google searches that you can click and run directly from the comfort of your computer. And you could potentially not only connect to, but manage unsecured network printers from around the world. You do not want your printers to show up on those lists. One easier way not to do that, I should say, is to not give your network printers a public IP address. Now, that was more of a problem years ago when we used public IPs inside the network perimeter, but nowadays we use private non-routable IPs, but still I want to mention it. Another problem is not locking down the authentication, making sure that the printer can only be administered by administrators and only authorized users can have any degree of interaction with your network printers. I mentioned that these printers that have integrated print servers will have hard drives that cache print jobs for speedy performance. A malicious user could feasibly steal a hard drive out of your network printer and then scrape the spool cache to bring back sensitive data. So you may want to configure the printer to regularly purge that spool cache, because frankly, in my career of almost 20 years, I've never had to retrieve spool information from a hard drive cache. The worst case scenario is you simply ask the user to resubmit the print job.